Hello, folks. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about the tricky problems in content creation, especially the tricky problems that I am facing. So, content creation, like there is different forms of content, right? There's blog posts, there is podcast, audio content, and then there is you can even create ebooks and all, or books itself. You can publish books, or there's videos, of course, like this YouTube video. So I've been creating quite some videos recently, and I realized that my storage space is starting to go off. Like, especially since I started doing some, uh, you know, um, 60 frames per second videos and whatnot. And then I realized, okay, do I need 60 frames per second? And then I also made the mistake of so I was checking out the YouTube videos that I had uploaded immediately after uploading them, and YouTube hadn't processed, say, 1080p and all. I was actually recording in 1080p, which is full HD, FHD. It shows up in my camera, actually, the settings. So, and it also shows up that it's, the whole 1080p, uh, what do you say, dimensions and all that when I look at the details and all. But in YouTube, for some reason, initially it was showing 720p because it hadn't processed it. But then after some time, of course, now if I go check, it shows 1080p. I was like 720p, no, I want 1080p. And then for some reason, I started doing Ultra HD, UHD, with 60 frames per second. In one of the videos, I was simply trying it out. I really don't need 60 frames per second, but when I tried it out, it actually took up 10 GB for 20 minutes, which is like 1 GB for 2 minutes, or 500 MB for 1 minute. And I was like, wow, okay. So, and then later I was wondering, do I even need video, first of all? The good part about video is you can actually see my face, you can actually follow along. And there's a bit more attention, I think, in video. I don't know. Some people do like audio books, audio podcasts, and all. And there is expressions, and I love my expressions. So, yeah, but other than that, I don't really need video for my content. I can just do audio, or I can actually convert it into, I can do text. But the problem is, audio I can't put it on YouTube, and I can put it on, say, something like Spotify, Google Podcasts, and whatnot. Use the Spotify's Anchor app, or it's called Spotify for podcasters now, actually. But and the storage space required for audio, even the highest quality, is very less. It's like a few kbs per second, and won't be so much, right? So, and yeah, I mean, and with respect to video, it's really a lot of storage. Like even with full HD, 60 like 30 frames per second, it's quite a bit. Not too much, but quite a bit. But I do like some quality video, like 720p, 1080p. 1080p is a good one. 720p is bad, okay. But anything less than that, I'm like, no. The whole 360, 480p and all that, nope. I don't like pixelated videos at all. So I would rather do audio. But the thing is, good thing is, I'm still trying to understand. I'm thinking about this because I realized that my phone's storage, which is only 128 GB, and wasn't enough to actually store a lot of videos, because there's system storage and whatnot in my phone, and apps and whatnot. So I was having some 70 GB of videos, and that's it. After that, my phone was storage was full, and I couldn't store anything else. I started seeing how much I can actually record in my camera, because it started understanding that there is only so much storage, so you can only record for 20 minutes and whatnot. It started showing along with the timer for the recorder, right, video recorder. So I was like, I got a bit annoyed. I was like, how to restrict or speed up and whatnot. And I was also having issues with uploading my videos to Google Photos. I got a 2 TB cloud storage in Google One. Recently, it was like some 6.5K for a yearly thing, or else it's more than a bit more than that. If it's a monthly subscription, you have to pay some 650 into 12, it'll come up. If it's yearly, it's only 650 into 10, so 6,500. So you pay for 10 months, but you get 12 months thing. But you have to pay in advance. I don't even know if I can actually downgrade, but I'm already using more than 200 GB. which is the previous plan. And then the next plan is basically, I think 2 TB. You don't even have 1 TB, I think. It's 2 TB basic. There's also 2 TB with AI and all, which helps with like lot of AI stuff, not just photos and media stuff, but it also helps with like searching in documents and whatnot, Google Docs and whatnot, and doing stuff like coding and all. But I didn't use it, and it's pretty costly. It's some 9,000 or 10,000 per month, I think. I forgot. Anyways, I don't need all that. But even this one per GB cost is, I think, a little bit only. It's 3 GB for 1 rupee or 2 rupees, I think. I don't know. With the cost that I'm paying, it's pretty low. I was checking out even something like Amazon, uh, Amazon Cloud, which is Amazon Web Services. Their S3 Cloud and whatnot, and it was higher actually than Google Cloud. And but I think it will come with its own advantages. For example, maybe the speed for uploading is high. For example, the upload speed depends on, say in my case, my internet speed, and then it also depends on how far away I am from the cloud servers. For example, in this case, Google, I'm uploading to Google, or else if it's AWS, Amazon Cloud, then how far, which Google, cloud server I'm actually uploading to. It's better if I upload to something like Mumbai or whatever, which is a popular location for Indian servers in Mumbai, Delhi, and all. And then also how much speed the cloud servers accept, right, for uploading. Because if they accept really high speeds for everyone, then they'll have to pay a lot of cost. And in general, you'll have to pay a lot of cost for your network transfer in some clouds like AWS and all, in most clouds. In Google Cloud, the Google One subscription, they don't consider all that. It's like very basic, simple pricing for everyone. So yeah, so maybe AWS might be cheaper in terms of like, because it's providing higher speed and whatnot for upload. Maybe Google, I don't know how fast the upload speed is and all. So there is this problem of whole storage. Where do I store in my phone? There's only 128 GB. I'm planning to get a micro SD card for 512 GB, which is a bit of a overkill. But I am like, I mean, 1 TB was also an idea, but 1 TB is more costlier, of course. And 512 GB, not some simple card. I was researching micro SD cards, and I think I'm gonna get the Samsung Pro Ultimate, and the problem is micro SD cards, it's easy to get fake ones. So in Amazon it costs some 5K. This Samsung Pro Plus costs 5K, but I don't know if I'll get the original one. It's shipped by Amazon, but it's sold by some Apari or some retailer, and I don't know if I can trust them. Or maybe their distributor got a fake one to them and they just give this to me and whatnot. Only after getting it and testing it out in my say in my laptop, understanding if the spec is right. Say if they say 150 Mbps is the speed for read, then I have to check it out and then understand if it's fake or real, because you can't even use the serial number to actually put it on some Samsung website to understand if it's a real one or a fake one. But you can do that for phones and all, IMEI number and whatnot. So that is tricky. So I'm planning to actually get it from this website called Tanotis, TANOTIS.com. They apparently import the products. So, and this Samsung Pro Ultimate costs 10K actually, 11K, 10 point some K to actually buy, and they'll import it, includes import duty costs and whatnot. I'm hoping it'll be the real one, original one. I'm still trying to understand how to find a fake. And of course, after you buy, you can actually do the test by connecting it to your computer and then understanding the speeds. If the speed is good and if it's working, of course, it's an original. If the speed is matching the thing spec, but of course, speeds can vary a bit than the advertised spec and all, claimed spec. And anyway, so micro SD card and whatnot. And I was wondering, like, if this is so hard, then imagine people who are actually recording so many videos, so long videos, who need higher frames per second, who need Ultra HD, who need higher quality and all, 1080p, more than 1080p, something like 2K, 4K, 8K and all that, 6K and all that. So I think in my case, Ultra HD was some 2K, I think. I forgot. Yeah, I think it's 2K. 1.4K and then 2K. Both shows up in YouTube at least. Anyways, I didn't check the exact dimensions and what it is in this. So 2K is what with I had done with Ultra HD 60 FPS, and it was a lot. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting an micro SD card, and I think that will be also useful to put it in, say, other cameras that I can use, GoPro, whatever I get in the future. GoPro is pretty costly though. I don't plan on getting it for now. So for now, I'm not doing video logging exactly. I'm just telling what I like and whatnot. I don't want to think too much on like what to say, what to do and whatnot, and how to record and how to process it. I don't do editing and all. I want content creation to be easy. I just want to say what I think and express myself, right? But it's not that easy in the sense that in case I want to store stuff, it's hard, like in this case. But I'll figure it out. So maybe apart from cloud storage, I get cloud storage because I mean, if I can get a external hard disk or a solid state drive and all that, SDD or HDD and all, for 1 TB, 2 TB, it won't be this that costly, because cloud storage every year I have to pay some amount of money, or every month. In the long term, of course, SSD will be cheaper, but then I have to maintain that like the hard disk, right? Like it should not get damaged, say broken or water damage and whatnot, and it should not get lost or stolen and all. And the speed and whatnot it gives will be higher, of course, than cloud storage. But for example, you can't remotely upload to it and all that. If you have a cloud storage, either public cloud or a private cloud, for example, there are services for it. I think one of them is called Nextcloud or something. They give you a box, you connect it to the internet, and then you can actually upload to it from anywhere. And then, but again, you have to ensure that that box is safe. If it is broken or gets damaged and whatnot, you lose it. But of course, if you're traveling and whatnot, you want to quickly upload to your own private cloud, because that's the only box that's it serves only you, so it will be pretty fast compared to say some cloud storage, public cloud storage, which has to serve many users. So the speed of how much it will take up upload speed will be probably limited. But your own private cloud, your own box, if your internet speed is good and download speed and whatnot and upload speed is good, then the box will be able to perform really fast and all that. I think so I think, but I've not tried it out or checked it out, reviewed and all that. So do verify it if you plan to do it, like use a private cloud and all. But there are options for it for media or generally private cloud and all. So yeah, I mean, there is the whole storage problem, hard disk, cloud storage and all. And cloud storage, they provide you good enough speeds. And in case of Google one, they provide you, say, Google Photos. You can search through, they process your photos. You can search, say, tree, and then it will show you tree photos and videos and whatnot. And they provide you a lot of features, Gmail and whatnot. So everything comes. So they just look at the storage part of it and ask you money for the storage. But it comes with a lot of features, right? And you can also do editing, collages and whatnot, all on Google Photos. And it will also automatically create collages and moments, videos and whatnot for you, and you can save it if you want. It increases the storage, and that's how they can actually ask for more money for more storage, because they are creating content for you automatically. And if you like it, you'll usually like it, and you just save it, and they get to create more content for you, and which increases the storage space, and which will mean that you will have to pay more money in case you reach the limits. So that's a good idea for Google one. So that way they create content for you automatically, and your storage space is not like static. You will create content and they'll also create content for you based on the content you created, derivated content or derived content from your content, and finally they basically ask you for more money in case you hit limits, and be like you have to expand your storage and whatnot. And yeah, of course, Google Docs and whatnot, other features, like they have a lot of features, but they only ask money for the storage. I don't know how they do their pricing, but anyways, but yeah, it's storage, but internally how it works out for them, surely profitable, I believe. So what else? cloud, external hard drive, and then micro SD and whatnot. So I have to look at all of this to understand, do I want to keep doing video, or now I'm doing full HD 30 frames per second only, which is 1080p and 30 frames per second. In between I was doing a lot of full HD 60 frames per second. Really, I'm not moving so much. Does it even make sense to get 60 frames per second and all that? So I think it has some smooth frame rate. It is more smooth in case you're moving and all. Let's say I'm running or whatever, but I'm not even moving so much. And do I even want to make videos, or do I want to make, say, something like audio? I can do audio very easily, I think, but so I can do audio very easily, I think, but then the problem is no problems really. Good thing is, like, of course the storage space will be less, so good things. The only difference is in video, yeah, there is my expressions and like all that, and I can't put audio in YouTube, or I can actually put some background image or something, and I'll have to do some editing or use some tool or whatever and put it on YouTube. The other thing is what do you say? Yeah, if I have some pause in my, when I say things, in video it's clear that I'm pausing, but in audio it's weird that I'm just pausing suddenly. What is going on for a moment? So in video you can see that I'm thinking or something's happening or whatever. And in video you can see my expressions, like if I'm smiling and whatnot. Some expressions you can't really listen to. If I'm laughing, yeah, but most expressions you can't really understand from an audio. Maybe from tone to some extent. Laughing you can understand, but other than that you can't really understand other stuff. And yeah, I mean, and then what about text content, right? It is the easiest in the sense that you can search from text content. I love text content, but the problem is I have to type it out. Typing takes time. My ideas come out really fast, and it's really easy to just do an audio or video. So yeah, that's that. And I don't really want to do editing and whatnot, or beautifying so much and really all that. So I even plan to do a talk show, and I'm wondering how will I even store all of that content, because that will be video or yeah, maybe audio or text and all. And if and it's easier to just do audio or video because it's quickly, I just have to click record and just pause, stop and whatnot. If it's text, I have to type it out. Typing takes time. The speed at which I think and talk is different from the speed at which I type. I can type really fast, but once I start typing, I'll start refining and whatnot, all that. Also, why do I even have to store content, right? Like in my, say, micro SD card, or in my own cloud, or some hard disk drive and whatnot. Why can't I just put it on YouTube and then delete it from my phone and whatnot, or wherever I recorded it? The thing is, YouTube kind of has the data, and I can download it. I tried it out. By default, from the YouTube Studio, if I download it, it downloads a very basic version, I think, basic quality. But I can, of course, use external websites and download the best version, quality version. But it's still modified, I think, and processed by YouTube. So it's not exactly the original. And also YouTube can remove the content anytime they want. I mean, I don't know much about it, and YouTube can go down, or like, for example, go down as in like either it's going to shut down, or they are just down, some server issues, which is rare, but anyways, but they are going to shut down, then they probably everyone will start downloading their videos and whatnot. But and they can also simply say your video has been banned, but I won't be creating controversial content or anything like that, I think so. But they can simply just remove the content and be like copyrights or whatever. Again, I don't think I'll have any content like that. At least as of now, I don't think I have or I plan to do anything like that. Which will have, say, background music, which is like some owned by some company and whatnot. Anyways, but yeah, YouTube has control. Any platform you put your data into, yeah, like even blogs. So I'm just wondering, how do I control my data and keep it with myself? And do I even value my data so much? As of now, it's shiny, it's new and whatnot, and it's very interesting. So it's like I'll keep my data, but maybe in a year or 2 years or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or in a decade, will I even consider this important? Like, for example, this video I'm creating, is this even important? Does this even make sense? do I even want to do this? It's just nice. It gives me energy. So I like to share my knowledge and whatnot. But do I want to store it and keep it forever and whatnot? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. For now, I'm storing it. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, will I look back at it? Maybe not. Like, even I have to even understand, right? Like, content creation is tricky in the sense that I create content for expressing myself. But depends on why you're creating content. For example, I can also look back and like understand from my knowledge. Like, I easily forget things sometimes. In those times when I forget things and whatnot, or like in the future when I forget some things, or like in just general, I want to learn from my past self. I can read my blogs, I can listen to my audio and whatnot. But of course, it's gonna take up a lot of time because I create a lot of all these content, and I create long form content. So it takes up a lot of time. It's like actually recording someone's life completely, and then if you want to watch it completely, it's gonna take that complete amount of time. If the person lived for recorded their life for like 10 days completely, then you'll have to use up 10 days to actually completely watch it. So then that's like using up 20 days. Let's say I'm watching my own content, then 20 days I have to use. 10 days, of course, the recording, 10 days to just watch it again later in the future and whatnot. Anyways, so summarizing is better. Short form content has its own pros and cons. I'll talk about it in a separate video, but and long form content also has its own pros and cons. Yeah, I mean, will I watch my own video to learn from it? Maybe not. I don't know. It'll be pretty much a drag. I'll be like, hey, this guy is talking too much. But it's just nice to talk and share my knowledge and share my thoughts and express myself. Gives me energy, makes me more thoughtful also to put out content out there and not just thinking. Of course, I do think a lot about different things, and when I put it out there, express myself, the way I express things gets better, and I get better at expressing myself. So I think that's important, and that's a great skill. And I just like to do it. I love it. So yeah, I mean, other than that, like video, am I gonna do it or not? For now, I'll do it. I think I'll get this 512 GB SD card, micro SD card, and I'll probably do more of it. And I'm still finding time to do more of it. So that's that. And then will I do audio? I think I'll do audio also. Text typing is gonna be tricky, and it's easier to record audio faster. Way faster is what I think, and quicker in the sense that I'm having a thought, suddenly I can just record it in video or audio than typing it out. The moment I start typing it out, I might forget the speed at which I type, especially on my phone. Like, I'm always having my phone where I can type out my ideas, which I get anytime. Maybe short, like I can create small notes and whatnot, but it's easier to just take out the phone and like, click record and do an audio recording. Or video recording just for my notes, and then later convert that into a long form video and whatnot. That is a bit more work. Same for audio. I would rather just create it and then just put it out there in a good enough format. I don't want perfect. And to put it out as blog, like I said, if I do a recording, say audio or video, I have to watch it and then convert it into, say, text. Using conversion tools, I don't know how good they are. Usually they're not that good enough, and if they're very good, I have to pay a lot for it, I think. And my accent is also a thing. If it's a US accent and whatnot, I think they'll be better, easily converted, but depends. And the quality of the audio and video and whatnot. So you have to process the audio or video, and then it has to be converted to text. It's going to be tricky, and then I have to look at it, read it, and understand if it matches what has been said in the audio or video, and then make changes and whatnot, or refine and whatnot, and then put it as a blog post, right? That is a lot of work. I want things to be very easy to actually put out content out there and create content. So, but yeah, I would like to create different forms of content, YouTube videos, audio, that is podcasts and whatnot, and then say even ebooks, and then say LinkedIn posts, LinkedIn presentations where you have like slides, like presentations where you just slide things. I think that's basically PDF. If you download it, it downloads as a PDF. And even for uploading, I have not tried it out, but I think you just upload a PDF in a particular way, and it just shows it properly, nicely, and you can just slide through it. So basically PDF, kind of like an ebook thing only. Ebook are also PDF. Is just that how much content you put, how you present it, and whatnot. And then what else? Instagram, Reels, but Reels, I don't know, short form content. I'm not so much into YouTube Shorts and all that. But I want to create more content, but yeah, I'll have to find more people to help me because I can't really do all that. I can just create content, but put it in a particular format is going to be tricky. What else? Different video formats and whatnot, and then YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live, and whatnot. I want to do all of those different forms of content. Do talk shows and say panel discussions and whatnot. Interview people, have panel discussions, host and facilitate panel discussions, find out a topic and whatnot, and interview people in general. I have different plans, but time is a tricky thing, and also finding people, and of course, all of that. And there's more tricky problems. I'll probably talk about it in a separate video. But mostly the current one I'm facing is storage, and how to keep it up, and do I even want to do video because so much storage. And imagining this, I'm like, for just putting it out here, just one video and whatnot. So many people make so many videos. I don't know what they do. Do they even store their videos? I think they might be. And people who are big YouTubers, and then people who make films, short films, and then feature films, long form films, and all that. Say Marvel movies and whatnot. I wonder how they even store all of it, and do they keep it for a long time? I'm sure they will. I wonder how they do it and how they keep it safe and secure and whatnot. How much it will probably cost them and whatnot. In my case, cloud storage, it's always available as of now. Even if one of the data center goes down, it will be available. That's why it's costlier than something like hard disk drive. But I wonder if they actually store it in cloud or their own private cloud or a public cloud, and how they keep it safe, and like different forms of storage. They probably are using the different forms of storage. One for archival and whatnot for many years, many decades and whatnot. Disney, Marvel, or any movie, people, like, how do they do it? I wonder. Storage of content is not easy, especially all this media, like especially videos. Audio, maybe not so much unless the audio is really big. But even then, I think it won't be that big of like the size compared to say video, which has so many quality and whatnot. So like levels of quality. Cool. That's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.